quietly, I'm sorry, Jeff and I had a bit of an argument, so we're just doing what we learned to do in therapy to get over it. We'll be right with you. When you say to me that I'm a bastard, it makes me feel less than.
I hear what you're saying.
Yes?
And I understand.
I don't think the cracking works.
No, I am still pissed at you.
And you. Welcome back, everybody. My first and only guest my first and beginning guest. The first contestant on the big cash prize tonight is Academy Award nominee, Best Supporting Actor for My Week with Marilyn. Yeah, take a look at this.
A seasoning wreck. They wouldn't stand for this kind of nonsense at the Hippodrome at Eastbourne.
Larry, you have to be patient with her.
Trying to teach Marilyn how to act is like teaching Urdu to a badger.
Why, that's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. Please welcome Kenneth Branagh, everybody. Kenneth Branagh. Thank you very much. You look awesome.
Thank you.
Your hair looks tously. It's almost as if you're prepared to accept the Oscar already.
Oh, shush and shush. Well, you're quite. What do you do? You do your hair yourself?
No, I don't. Do you?
Does somebody run their hands through your hair?
They've got a machine here.
Have they?
Actually, yeah.
Is it a machine, really?
Not really. No, but what it is like it looks like a big mixer.
Right. Okay.
And sometimes
what do you mix in it?
Well, you don't. You just put it on your head. It's like like wires, and it goes on your head, and it makes you go. Oh.
Can I touch your hair?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Now that's lovely because it has bulk and substance, and yet is smooth to the touch. And so, I think
you could be describing my penis.
But I think now. By contrast, that's something I wouldn't like to touch. Thank you.
Are you sure?
No, I'm absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, can I ask you a question? How do you feign diarrhea?
Yes, well, you'd probably know, being the actor that you are, but I'll give you a lesson. Here's what it is.
Yes. Now I'm getting. Actually, good, and I'm glad it's. You don't have to do anything else beyond that.
I'm sorry, I didn't feign it. We have to go to a commercial.
And he's right.
No, come on. And well, congratulations on getting the Oscar nomination. That's fantastic.
No, thank you.
No.
Thank you. Do you know what? Yesterday we went to the nominees luncheon, which is the moment where it's like a sort of high school graduation where everybody gets their certificate. It sounds sort of odd with the Oscars, but you stand in everybody lines up, and so there's Mr. Spielberg and Mr. Scorsese and all these people, 140 people, all on these bleachers, and then you get called up and you get your certificate. And I was standing there with sort of an inane grin on my face because it was so thrilling, and so were all of they. Everybody is so excited. You think it's so grand, but actually that bit of it is so.
It'd be great.
Fun. It was brilliant.
That's it. The Oscars. Not Golden Globe. It's the Oscars, man. The Oscars. It means something. It means something.
Well, it meant something to all of us.
Well, it does. Nice. It's the Oscar. It's important.
It's nice.
Didn't you get the Oscar nom for Henry V?
I did. Yes, indeed.
And
yes.
Wasn't that your first film?
It was indeed, yes.
And because I saw it, it was very good.
Thank you very much.
And wasn't that Laurence Olivier? Didn't he do that early on in his career?
Yes, he did. And so, whatever it was, 50 years later, we
That's weird, though, isn't it? It's like all.
It is a little weird to end up playing him, you know, because it was something I didn't expect to do, but it was great to go back and look at all his work and then have a chance to do this little weird moment in his life where he directed Marilyn Monroe, at that time the biggest movie star in the world. He was the greatest actor in the world, and it should have been a fantastic collaboration. They just didn't get on. She was late all the time. She once kept him waiting for 3 days. I don't know if you've ever had that problem with a guest, where they don't show up for 3 days.
I've had that problem with an actress, but I've never had it with a guest.
Have you? Oh, now listen, but tell me, have you now, what have you done when you've worked with people that you find difficult in film or television? What do you do? Do you try and be nice to them? Do you lose your rag? Do you have?
No, I'm nice to them. Yeah, I'm nice to them, and then when they leave, I say to him, let's never have them back.
All right, okay, I got you.
And he goes, oh, we got her, they're big. And I'm like, no, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
no. That's fine. That's why you've been here so often. You can say what you like about you, Ken, but you're punctual.
Oh.
Every time I've introduced you scoot out there like the groundhog on Groundhog Day. It's awesome.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We aim to please.
It's a great skill, and I think popularity and punctuality in Hollywood go halfway to getting you the Oscar. I mean, you've got to act and stuff as well, but being on time...
Are you a punctual person yourself?
Yeah, I hate people who are not punctual. In fact, I think it's passive-aggressive to be late.
Oh, really?
Yes, I do. If you're not 15 minutes early, you're late. That's what I say.
Oh, okay. Well, then, I tell you, you've rather scared me in the way you said that, and yet also excited me at the same time. And I'm not quite sure which is winning out in terms of the...
So in the film, then, you play... you play Sir Lawrence Little. Did you ever meet him?
I never met him, but I wrote to him once and asked him for advice about a part that I was playing. I found his address in a book called Who's Who of the Theatre. In those days, you'd have an entry saying what you'd done, and he had pages and pages of it. And then at the end, he gave us his hobbies and clubs that he belonged to, and then he gave his address, his London town address.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. You could just get this to the library. So I did write to him, and he did write back. It was like writing to one of the gods, and he wrote back. It was a simple piece of advice. He just said, have a bash and hope for the best. He said, I've got no advice to offer you other than... Yeah, seriously. Have a bash and hope for the best. Just do it.
Because years later, I remember I was directing a film years ago, and it's before I got this show, and I got in touch with you to ask about directing, and you said, yes, let's have lunch. And we had lunch. And you didn't know me at all, and we had lunch, and you said to me, I remember what you said about casting. You said, cast your friends, because actors are a pain in the ass.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Oh, God forgive me. God forgive me.
And I did, and the film was terrible.
Oh, God.
So
I remember that. I remember Shepherd's Bush. It was a
we had
little
lunch.
restaurant.
Very nice.
It was very nice. And you worked with the same production designer that I used.
Yes, I did.
Tim Harvey. Very nice.
Yeah. Do you still work with him?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Very talented. Very tall and thin.
Very tall and thin, yes, and could play a Nazi general in a Second World War film.
Oh,
but he's also very good at designing movies.
He's probably best designing films than playing the Nazi general.
More so, I think. Yes,
you don't,
I think, yes,
you don't often get the Oscar for playing the Nazi general.
Not so much. Not so much.
I'm sorry, I did a child labour joke earlier on, and they've never
didn't get down well. They haven't been back since.
No, they consider me a Nazi general.
Really? But with wonderful hair.
Thank you. You've got very nice hair. Now, what's going on? Why? It's gone a little bit saucy.
It's got there's some clay in it.
What?
Some moulding clay.
Nice.
I'm told, and it's...
Do you sculpt any other areas?
Well, I don't know. Well, do you know, of course, that depends on the touch, whether you've got the hands for the sculpting in other areas.
Yeah, I see where you're going. We have to take a commercial break. You interested in those?
Very much so. Yes, yes. How exciting.
Yes, it is. Take a look at this. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Kenneth Branagh, who's nominated for the Oscar. Anyway, we're out of time, Kenneth.
There you go.
Well, no,
Okay.
I always say that at the beginning of the second bit because, you know, it usually takes about 4 or 5 minutes to wind it up.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, I'm with you, and I'm ready to cooperate and, in a way, just be your assistant. If I can help you to help me to help you, I think it'll all be lovely. And if I knew what I was saying,
And the Oscar goes to... Listen, I don't have much sway with the Academy, buddy, but you won yourself 4 chocolate quarters right here.
Extremely kind of you.
Right, okay, now...
Thank you very much.
What would you like to end up? Would you like the awkward pause, mouth organ, or big cash prize?
Big cash prize, please.
What time is it, Big cash prize. Now, here's how you win the big cash prize, which is $50 American in real quarters in a bag with a $ sign on
Now,
it.
and it looks wonderful, but you might be asking, the last time I came here, and I did play for the big cash prize, there were notes, there were cash and folding money. Why has it now become perfectly good legal tender, but why is it in coin form now?
Well, here's what I think. I think because CBS feel that if I give it to the celebrities in coin form, they're more likely to return it.
That's a very good policy.
Yeah,
maybe I should pay everybody like that.
Well, everybody was just taking the bucks and going, $50, that's awesome, thanks very much. Yeah, that's a heavy bag. Get your hand underneath that. Look, feel that.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it's kind of, it's a little knobbly, isn't it? But it makes a noise, and it's rather musical, so that's...
And so is the bag.
Thank you very much.
All right, there's 2 ways to win. As you know, you can either answer the question or you can guess what's in my box. Now, guess what's in my box is a little bit tricky. I can imagine what's in the box. I don't know what's in the box. Jeff knows what's in the box. You asked, and then that's how it's done.
Oh, excellent. Very good.
So what do you want to do?
I want to guess what's in the box.
Wow! All right, then. All right, what happens is,
Okay.
I imagine a box, and then I don't know what's in the box. Only
course
Jeff,
you don't.
Right,
Of course
Jeff,
you don't.
Jeff knows what's in the box.
Yeah, okay.
And then you guess, and if you get it right, Jeff will tell you.
Oh.
Yeah, how do you two...
How do we work together?
Yeah.
Not very well. But we will, I think, be able to guess what's in the box. But I need to concentrate very hard, yes?
All right, yes.
Okay.
All right. I'm imagining a box.
Yes.
If this helps you at all, it's large.
It's large. Is it enormous? Would you call it enormous?
I'd call it very, very big. It's about the size...
Of Arizona?
Slightly smaller than Arizona.
Slightly more smaller than... Is it cavernous and echoey?
Sure. Yeah, a cavernous and echoey box. What is in my box?
A toothbrush.
Jeff, what's in the box?
Well, caress my skull and call me Yorick. It's a toothbrush.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oscar winner this year, Fiber Lecture.